Mazda CX-80.
So it's exciting times. Mazda have announced the all-new Mazda CX-80. Now this is the biggest, most spacious and also most expensive Mazda to date. However, it's not as expensive as you think it will be and you get an awful lot for your money. Let's have a look at the differences between 60 and 80 and what's new with the CX-80. So as you can see in this image, if you're familiar with the CX-60, it's very similar at the front. You've got this big bonnet, you've got the fantastic grille there, the very bold headlights and this long sweeping bonnet. Then, up until this point, it's very CX-60. You get to the rear of the car and you've got these huge doors on CX-80. And then you've got this kind of massive area at the back, which has increased headroom versus the 60. Now, let me just show you an image of the CX-60. And as you can see here, the CX-60's got smaller doors and more of a sloping roofline at the back, so less headroom and less space. What's the reason for this, you ask? Well, CX-80 has 7 seats. It's a 3-row configuration. And the interesting bit is that's available in 3 different configurations itself. So we'll have a look at those in a minute. But first I want to take you to the front of the car. Now this image we're looking at here has the black leather interior. And as you can see, again, I'm going to say it, it's very similar to CX-60. You've got this fantastic drive selector. I like it. It's physical. It feels like you're driving a fighter jet. You've then got this wonderfully wide centre armrest. It's one of my frustrations when you have a small centre armrest and you just, arguing with your passenger who gets it. You've then got dual zone climate control in the front, and what you don't get on many cars of this status is tactile physical buttons which you can use when you're driving. The touchscreens aren't particularly useful when you're driving, so this is a really, really good feature which I'm happy to see. You've then got the digital display which has your driver information. If you've got the PHEV, it's got how much charge you've got, etc. And then you've got the 12.3-inch infotainment screen, which is a touchscreen. Now, like CX-60, the Takumi version is a bit posher. Well, I think it's a bit posher anyway. It has the Napa white leather seats, which look luxurious. It then has some Japanese maple wood in the door cards and in the centre console. And it has the Japanese drop stitching across the dashboard. This is a really light and airy space. I love it. It's great. So CX-80, very similar in the front cabin, which is a good thing. We're happy with that. Now let's have a look at the back of the CX-80. See, making mistakes. It comes in 3 different versions. The version we are looking at here is what I'd call the normal version of a 7-seat car, is what I'd expect. So you get in the back seats, you've got 2 fairly large seats, and in the centre you've got the centre bench with a fold-down armrest. Pretty standard. You've then got, this is where it gets interesting, you can have that option, or you can have this option. This has your 2 seats, again, full-size seats, with a large centre fixed armrest. So this armrest doesn't move. You've got 2 cup holders, which is good, and then you've got an armrest which doubles as some storage. Great if you want to keep all your charges out of sight and keep a tidy car. I really like this centre console. It's a bit of posh. Now, this is the 3rd configuration which you can have, and this is the captain seats. So as you can see, this is the black leather version. You've got 2 pretty hefty looking seats here, and you don't have a centre large armrest, you don't have centre storage, you don't have the centre seat. However, you do have access to the back seats. So I'll explain in a minute how the normal configuration works, but this means that if you're medium-sized adult, you can get in the car and you can just walk into the back seats, which is fantastic. I really like that Mazda have given us a choice of different options here, because then it can suit your lifestyle. Now, In the back, this is great for long journeys. We have 2 USB-C ports, which can charge iPhone, Samsung phone, Android phone, Nintendo Switch, whatever you need. You've then got the third part of your climate control, so you can control the temperature in the back of the car, which is nice to see. You've then got heated and cooled seats. Again, that's a luxury aspect to have in the rear of a car. We love it, Mazda. There's also something new and exciting, and that is the melting copper colour. This is a brand new colour exclusive to CX-80. As you can see here, more respect, black wheels, black accents, and the melting copper. Looks fantastic. There is also the artisan red. I think it's very similar to Soul Red, but a bit darker. Lovely. It's very exciting to see 2 new colours. Now, if you go for the option which doesn't have the captain seats, this is how you get in and out of the third row. So there's a button on that middle row seat, and electronically the seat will move forward, tilt forward, and then let your rear passengers get out the very back of the car, which is good. You don't have to pull any levers, you don't have to do it manually. So, engine options. The Mazda CX-80 comes in very similar options, the same options as the Mazda CX-60. You can have a 2.5 litre plug-in hybrid petrol engine with 37 miles of electric range, or you can have a 3.3 litre diesel. So depending on what type of driving you do and your individual needs, there's 2 great, powerful options there. And if you've got a boat, a trailer, a caravan, you can tow up to 2.5 tonnes on either engine. So what else is new with CX-80? Well, the infotainment system now includes Alexa. So you can talk to the car and ask it certain questions, ask it what the weather's like. This is a new and exciting feature which we've never had on a Mazda before. So that's really interesting to see. And then here again, you can see just the sheer size and difference of the Mazda CX-80. It's very different to the 60 in that it's bigger. So it's really great to see. Now, what kind of people are going to consider this car? Well, in my mind, if you're looking at an XC90 or an Audi Q7, Volvo XC90 or an Audi Q7, you may consider the CX-80 because it does have premium features such as roll-up blinds, rear blinds in the back of the car, which is a really fancy feature. I've only ever seen that on a BMW 8 Series it was as well. So yeah, it offers space, practicality, and a really unique design. And the price point at the moment on the date of recording here on the 23rd of April 2024, the CX-80 starts at £48,920. Now, for me, that's insane. That's really, really strong pricing from Mazda. If you compare it to an XC90 or a Q7, for the plug-in hybrid versions, you're going to be spending an awful lot more money. So that's what you need to know about the Mazda CX-80. We're really excited to get one here at the dealership and have a look at it. Our plan is to compare it to the Q7, compare it to the XC90 and see how it does. But if you've got any questions, please contact us, and thanks for watching.
We need space to develop and transform. The all-new Mazda CX-80 defines space in a most beautiful and versatile manner, based on the concept of Ma.